right, welcome back to Duskwood. Now, as you might know, this is not episode 9, and the title does say preparing for episode 9, but not to worry. We are here to talk about theories, we're here to talk about the clues, we're here to look at some of the special new content that Duskwood has released. That in of Hannah. They are no longer using stock photos of Hannah. They actually have an actress now for Hannah. Before we get into this, let me just first shout out everybody that's here so far in chat. Nikita, Travis, welcome guys. Sarah, I'm gonna get your name wrong. Sarah Rathy, Sarah Swathy, Wathy. Welcome. I apologize. I get your name wrong. I'm not good with names. Uh, YouTube family fan, welcome everybody. I also want to send a quick shout out for those new subscribers here. And if I don't shout you out, it's probably because you don't have subscriptions as public information. Like you don't make it known on your channel that you're a subscriber. So if you don't make it known on your channel that you're a subscriber, then I don't get the notification of, like I won't get your actual notification that you subscribe. But the ones I do have here: Ryan Catendig, Mr. Mysterious, Jacob MSP, Void Gaming, David Hilliard, Logan Taylor, Samantha Canfield, Flavia, I don't know, Flavia, Canfield, no, not Canfield, Flavia, Giuliano. I think I did good on that one. Maria Eduardo Demarchi, and Genuina. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Tethered. And for those that are in chat, welcome you everybody. So again, we are here to talk theories. We're here to talk about what we think is going on. Who is the man without a face? You know, who's the new Hannah? So we do have some pictures of Hannah, right? You know, we have some of the really good pictures, and for those that are OG Duskwooders, right? If you joined Duskwood when it was originally made, Hannah's gonna look different. But anyone that's starting Duskwood now and is just now getting into it, you're not going to know who Hannah was back then. But if you want to know who Hannah was back then, I highly suggest just checking in my other videos. You know, I've got videos starting from episode 1 all the way up through episode 8, and we are now waiting for episode 9. So this here, you have Thomas, Lily, and Hannah. Thomas is Hannah's boyfriend. Lily is Hannah's sister. And you can see there, Hannah definitely looks different. Doesn't look like the Hannah we used to know and love. The Hannah that we used to look for. There's Hannah right there for you. Now, these are all pictures that you pick up when you're going through her metadata, right? When you complete those mini games and you start going through her metadata, these are all those pictures that you pick up. Another one of Hannah there. Also, if there's something that you guys want to see again, if there's a video, if there's a sound clip, anywhere in Duskwood that you guys want to see again, you just got to let me know. That way we can review it. But let me know in chat if there's something that you want to see, if there's something that you want to go over. Another picture of Hannah there. Ooh, I apologize. I was like, what's going on with chat? It seems slow, but for whatever reason, I wasn't seeing your guys' chat, but I'm seeing them now. Give me 1 second. Let me catch up. I had to reload. I had to reload to see what was going on. JK Yogesh. Hello, JK. Jim. Courtney Beard. Welcome, Courtney. Good to see you here. Snow. My nemesis. The nemesis Snow. Samuel Coombs. Welcome. Welcome. Samantha Jordan. Hello. Kelsey Ridge. Christy Austin. Alok. Welcome back, Alok. Rosie, oh, Favela, KG, Christy Dixon. Hello, welcome. Ego Chan, welcome. Leah Cartoon Lover. All right, welcome. We're going through making sure just kind of reviewing all of our known information about Hannah. We're going through and looking at all the pictures of Hannah, all the pictures that we picked up throughout our metadata searches, all of those pesky, lovely puzzles that we just love to complete. And that's last. But in my personal, I think this is the best picture of Hannah. I think it's a beautiful picture. It's my favorite picture. My favorite picture of Hannah right here. But again, if there's something that you guys want to go through, you just gotta let me know in chat. Let me know what you guys want to double check back on, what video you want to watch again, what sound clip you want to hear again. YouTube family fan. You hope that my phone doesn't shut down in the middle of the stream. I don't think it will. And I'll tell you why. And I think the reason my phone was shutting down prior, in those other live streams, was that it was overheating and it was shutting down, and that's because it was an old phone. I had it for like 3 years, and it was an old phone, and it finally over the weekend it kind of shut down on me, and that was the reason why I was kind of MIA for a few days. My phone finally crapped out on me. I had to get a new phone. I am working with a brand new phone, one that is made for this type of activity, all this streaming, all this gaming. It's made for this, so we shouldn't have any problems with streaming going forward, at least for a couple of years until it becomes obsolete. Does that mean they changed the pic that Cleo sent us in the beginning as well in the group chat? Very possibly. Let's check with Cleo. Let's check Cleo's page here, or not her page, but her profile, because whatever picture she sent us, it would have been this one, and that is now the picture that Hannah sends you in the beginning of the game. Did Phil ever get out of jail? Not yet, Christy. Phil's technically still in jail. When we finished episode 8, he was still in jail. Nikita, you want to listen to the audio in Phil's profile? We can do that. I don't think there's any other different pictures in here, but we can definitely check out the videos again if you guys want to. But so you said there's an audio in Phil's profile. This audio right there, we can go ahead and listen to that.
This is a call from Maydal Penitentiary. You will not be charged for this call, as the inmate will cover its costs. If you would like to accept this call, please hold the line.
Hey, it's Phil. You know, from Duskwood. How are you? Better than me, I hope. Sorry for disturbing you, but I just don't know who else to turn to. Guess you made a lasting impression. Listen, I'm innocent. They put me in here because of my connections to Michael Hansen. You hear me? Michael Hansen. The police won't even listen to what I have to say. They've already put a...
Attention, the inmate's credit has been used up. Your call will end shortly.
I'm running out of time. You have to prove that I'm innocent. I'm counting on you.
I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, right? But when you look at Phil, it's just not the voice I get. It makes me wonder if maybe Phil is another photo stock, like, you know, the pic stock that they're using, because it just that's not the voice I hear when I look at Phil, right? Is it just me, or is everybody else the same way? It's just not the voice I hear. Jim, sadly, they haven't updated it here in the US. I think they did. I mean, they've updated it with the new Hannah pictures. I mean, they should have. Maybe you just need to update your app. Because I'm pretty sure they did. What time is it in my country, Nikita? For me, it's about 10:45 at night, p.m. Travis, is there a date that 9 comes out? Not that I know of. However, there's a Duskwood tracker. If you Google Duskwood tracker, and I think it's like the first link, it's really really close. It's really close to being complete. Um, Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I will be right back. I'm gonna pull up the Duskwood tracker. That way you guys can actually see it. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, so you guys can see it, right? This is the Duskwood tracker for episode 9. It's currently in development. You can subscribe to the newsletter to get notified once it's available. Follow the development. The next episode is around the corner, but there is still a lot of work to do. Visit the page regularly to keep track of your progress. So they have the story complete, they have the graphics complete. They're still working on the programming and the localization and a little bit of the media. So the media being, any type of video, like a video call, or maybe some type of audio clip. That's what they're talking about with media. Program localization, I believe, is kind of like making sure that it's up to date for different regions. And then again, you can subscribe to receive notification once the new episode is available. They'll send you an email letting you know about it. This just tells you the genre. It's available for iOS and Android. All that good stuff. So again, this is the Duskwood tracker. It's not 100% completed, but it's getting close. So I wanted to make sure that we got into this. I wanted to make sure that we were able to kind of go through all of the different videos and audio clips and just double check back on anything that you guys might want to see. Just to kind of give us some refreshers, and we can talk about different theories that you might have, maybe different theories that you've seen on Reddit or Instagram or anything like that, because they make this in episodes, and they make this throughout. Like it's not like they've completed the game and now they're releasing them in episodes. They're making it while they're releasing it, and so they go back, and I've heard that Everbyte goes back. Everbyte's um, the company that makes it's the programming company, the gaming company that makes Duskwood, along with some other really really good games. But everybody goes back through and they actually read and study everyone's theories, and they check them out. So they definitely do their own homework on what other people are thinking, and you never know when they might want to throw a little bit of a curveball for everybody. But yeah, like I said before, it just doesn't. That's not Phil's voice. It can't be. It just doesn't sound like Phil's voice. Valerie C, welcome. Valerie Chen, welcome to the stream. Excuse me. Christy Dixon, what about the clip from the police officer? I always stayed updated with the game. My boyfriend think the game is realistic because all the FaceTime they have on there. The clip from the police officer. The police officer, shoot, what was his name? Alan. Yeah. If Alan has his profile as private, so we can't really see his actual the actual video if he did send it to us. I know he's called us once or twice. Maybe it's in Jake's. It might be in Jake's. I don't think it is. I don't think it's in Jake's either. It might be one. I don't think it's one. I don't even think it's one of the audio clips that we have here. Valerie thinks Alan is suspicious. Maybe a little bit of corruption there. Maybe Alan has something to do with Hannah's disappearance. It's possible. Jam Cricket. The darkness. Remember when we were talking with the darkness? Welcome to the Black Parade. Isn't that a song? The Black Parade by shoot. What's that band's name? I can't remember the band's name off the top of my head. They have a song called The Black Parade. Panic at the Disco, I think, maybe? Is it? Is it Panic at the Disco? Black Veil Brides, maybe? I don't remember. Thought the guy in the picture was Jake. My Chemical Romance. You're right, Travis. It is My Chemical Romance with the Black Parade. So, Jim, you thought the guy in the picture was Jake. Which guy? Which picture? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about where is it? Might be under, is it under Lily? Under Thomas? Talking about this picture right here. No, it's not here either. I can't remember where that picture was. I think I know which picture you're talking about. Oh, this picture. No, that's yeah, that's Thomas, Hannah, and Lily. But you thought that might have been Jake because Jake is Hannah and Lily's brother. You want to look into Dan's? You can look into Dan's. Dan has a lot of pictures. He doesn't have a ton of actual stuff on his profile that really helps with any part of the game, or not necessarily the game, but any part of the actual storyline or how to. It doesn't help us in any way of trying to find Hannah. There's no clues anywhere in here. He just has a bunch of pictures of himself. I mean, Beard Game's on point though, right? Back when Dan was in the hospital. If they somehow turn this around and everybody flips this all around and ends up being Dan as the man without a face, I'm gonna lose my ever living mind. Like, there's no way. There's no way that it's Dan, right? I mean, he was in the hospital the whole time. He's not able to get in and out. I mean, he was in that car crash. I don't know. I just don't know how it could be Dan. But you never know. They might just flip it all around and next thing you know, we're sussing Dan. But I just there's nothing in the story. There's nothing anywhere other than when he got into that car accident that made it kind of suspicious on Dan. Eric Nicolaisen, welcome. Hello. What's up, man? Yeah, Eric, I've never had a jam bad day in my life. Eric, I hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're doing well as well. Dan seems more like darkness, like he is the darkness. It's possible. I don't know if the darkness had as much of a sarcastic personality or attitude as Dan does. Can't say it's not possible. If you go to Richie's profile, the picture where he got marked, if you look closely, you can see legs. And if you rotate your device to the left, you can see a pointy mouth. with a white dot on the top. And it reminded me of the cartoon picture that Dan made about the Crow Man. Is it on Phil's? Whose? Phil's? Richie's. Rip. Rip Richie. Poor Richie. There he is. He's talking about where he got marked. What? I don't know. He got marked. If you look closely, you can see legs. You can see legs. Oh, I know what you're talking. I can't zoom in. I can see. I do see what you're talking about. At the bottom of the Raven, where it goes from red to black, it kind of does look like legs. You're right. It kind of looks like legs. Huh. Never noticed that before. You said that pointy mouth with a white dot on the top. Yeah. I see it. I see it. And you said it kind of looks like Dan's Crowman. Kind of looks like Crowman right there. Very interesting. It kind of you can kind of see the legs there. Yeah, I can see what you're seeing. It's definitely interesting. I wonder if that was on purpose, or if that was just like by chance that happened. The letter C on the Batman chest might be Cleo. Well, I think the letter C stood for Crowman. I think that's accurate. Maribel, welcome Maribel. I know I read off one of your chats. Dan seems more like darkness. But I didn't welcome you. I welcome Maribel, also known as Lexa. One of the members. Maribel joined as a member. She has that awesome badge next to her name. She gets access to some really cool custom emojis, custom badges, custom emojis. If you don't know what we're talking about, down at the bottom next to the subscribe button, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that. And that way you can get that way you can stay tuned. That way you get all the notifications for when episode 9 comes out. Because when episode 9 comes out, we're getting right back into it. We're getting right back into it. And you guys need to know when episode 9 comes out. You guys need to know when these live streams are going to occur. That way we can all be a part of it at the same exact time. But you can also join as a member. So you can join as a member. There's 3 different tiers, all 3 different pricing tiers. They have some amazing benefits. So, if you join as a member, I have been releasing videos. And for the first couple of hours, the videos are available for members only. And then after the first couple hours, I will release them to everyone else. It's just one of the perks of being a member. You get first dibs at those videos. You get custom emojis. You get custom badges, which are really cool. There is the one tier. I believe it's the midnight tier. The midnight tier will actually give you a link to a Tongue-Tied Games, like the Tongue-Tied Tethered Discord. That way you can interact with myself and anyone else that's part of the Discord as well. And then there's a third tier. Now the third tier, that will also have all of the benefits from the previous tiers, but it also gives you an additional link to Tongue Tied's gaming Discord, where you'll be able to actually play games with me. Any type of multiplayer game, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's I don't know, whatever multiplayer game that we come across, you'll be able to actually play that with me. And I have Call of Duty back, Call of Duty Mobile. I got it back on my phone because now I have a new phone and I've got plenty of space for it. So I have it back, so we can do some Call of Duty. Obviously, you guys will get member-only videos, all that good stuff. You can talk with me. We'll be able to communicate a bit more through Discord. We'll be able to play through Discord, all that good stuff. Oh, Marbell. So Onyx is the mid-tier. Midnight is the first tier. Onyx is the mid-tier. And then there is Obsidian, which is the third tier. So Onyx is the mid-tier that gets you the link to the Tethered community Discord chat, where you'll be able to talk with myself and anyone else that is a part of that Tethered community Discord. Travis, fuck it, I'm joining. I appreciate that, Travis. The last call from episode 8 seems very interesting. Which last call are you talking about? The last call, where was the last call? Was it in Jake's? Was it the last call we had with Jake, where he's kind of like a digitized version? Let me know which call you're talking about, Valerie, and we can pull it up and we can try to listen to it. Becca, welcome, Becca. I don't think Michael Hansen is the culprit, or at least I don't. At least I doubt he'd be kind of dumb and make his hideout at his own barn. But you never know. Some of the biggest criminals are also some of the dumbest. So I mean, it's very possible. I agree with you, Becca. I don't think it's Michael Hansen. I think they're really, really pushing hard on saying it's Michael Hansen. I mean, they had Phil call about Michael Hansen. We went to Michael Hansen's barn, and all of a sudden Michael Hansen was there. Like, they're pushing really hard for it to be Michael Hansen, and I kind of agree with you, Becca. I don't think it's Michael Hansen either. But Becca, I'm curious, Becca, who do you think it is? The video call with Thomas. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, you mean when they were when Thomas and Lily were at the house? Okay, so that's going to be in a different profile, I think. Where can I find that? Is it under Jesse's? I think it might be under Jesse's. It might not. It's not under Thomas's. Because it was Thomas and Jesse that was there. Where can we find the call? The group chat. Yeah, but I can't access the video in the group chat, so it's got to be somewhere else. Is it with Jake? It's not with Jake. Amy? It's not with Amy. It wasn't with Jesse. Is it in Lily's? It's not in Lily's. Travis, welcome, Travis, to the Onyx Tethered. Check you out. Test out them emojis for me, Travis. I mean, let's see if they work out for you. Was it? No, it was definitely Jesse and Thomas. It wasn't Thomas and Cleo. But unfortunately, I don't think that we can actually find the video of it. Where would it be? I know the video is in here somewhere. Maybe it's right here. I think it's one of these videos right here. It might be one of these videos for Thomas. Let's check out this video right here, see if this is the video that we... Oh, it is. This is the video.
I don't know. Pictures of us. No way. 5 of us. What?
I think when I first saw that video and you saw the light go from the floor up to Jesse, I think for a split second, I thought something was going to be behind Jesse and it was going to freak me out. And I just got that feeling just now, just again, because I forgot that I thought that the first time. And oh man, it almost happened. Maribel, if you guys can see, Maribel actually has a different badge. She's been a member for, I think it's like 30 days. You upgrade your badge. So you can see the difference in badges between Travis and Maribel. Either way, it's great. You guys can get those different badges. It's going to be awesome. There's 6 different badges, and I think there's 6 different emojis. The more members we get, the more emojis do unlock. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But yeah, it looks like the emojis are working great for you, Travis. That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome to the Tethered members. Here's the other video for when the actual guy came in the door. Yes. I think it's definitely a guy. It's definitely a man. Just the way his build is, the way he walks. He looks short, though. He looks a little short. White soles on the bottom of his shoes. That's an intense video. Very intense. Maribel waiting for the drool emoji. Yes. Yeah. I tend to do a lot of that. No. Richie's photo was in that video. But I could have swore there was something about Richie's photo in one of those videos where wasn't it like supposed to be like X'd out or something? I could have swore he had a picture in there that was X'd out showing that he's like no longer with us, like that kind of thing, but I couldn't remember. Man without face did call us, but I don't think he I don't know if we can get to those audio clips from when he calls us.
Anna, there's something
That was the audio that Jake sent to Thomas when Hannah was abducted. What gets me though, I just thought of this. Jake says that he saw Hannah getting abducted. Now, it's possible that Jake saw Hannah getting abducted through traffic cameras, through any type of camera that he could physically hack into. So I understand that. But it made me think that he saw Hannah get abducted in her house, maybe when they were chatting. And he might have been hacking into one of her cameras just to be able to talk to her. I don't know. But he said that he witnessed her abduction. But then when we talked to, shoot, what was the little boy's name at the hotel? When Cleo talked to him, the little boy, I can't remember his name. The little boy said that he saw Hannah go into the woods. That was the last time he had saw Hannah. So it makes me wonder. Travis says that that was definitely intense. You're right, Travis. It's definitely intense. Is super intense. But it's a good video. It was done very well. It makes me wonder how many takes they had to do for that. But it was done really well, and you could definitely tell that the man without a face should have been able to see Thomas at a couple different points. He should have been able to see Thomas. Travis, that was what was happening to my phone before I finally got a new one. I was having issues with the battery life. I'd be at 100%, and then within an hour, it was down to 50, and I wouldn't even use it. It was time for me to get a new one. Yeah. Flower Moon says, "Did you guys notice in Cleo's call when she was in Hannah's apartment? There's a drawing of a raven on Hannah's desk from the right." Well, let's check that out. We have that call because we have it in Cleo's profile when she goes into Hannah's apartment, which is right here. So keep an eye out for that raven on the desk. That creaking. So there should be a picture somewhere on the desk. Right there. Okay.
What was that?
It does kind of look like a raven.
There's someone at the door.
It does a little bit. It looked like maybe a raven feather or the crowman or something, or like the raven symbol, like you've been marked. It does kind of look like that. Good find, Flower Moon. That is a legit find. Becca says, "Oh my gosh, my battery percentage legit stayed the same ever since you started watching the stream. It's confirmed. Your phone loves tongue-tied as well." I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what? I jam love your phone too. This is the video of when Cleo was being...
I wanted you to stay out of this, but you didn't listen. You think this is all just a game, don't you?
So the man without a face was stalking Cleo. Which, I don't think he was stalking Cleo. I think it was just timing. It just right place at the right time for him, because you saw when she came down the hill, she was coming towards him. There's no way that he would have been following her and got in front of her, knowing which way she went. Because she never really runs in the forest. She mentioned that. She doesn't really run in the forest, but this time she did. So, I think it was just like coincidence that he happened to be there and saw Cleo coming down. He took that opportunity to reach out to us and was like, "I'm following you," and trying to scare us and threaten us. I definitely think that was a coincidental thing. Becca's been checking on the Duskwood hashtag on Instagram, and someone adjusted the pitch of Jake's distorted voice, and it kind of sounded like Richie. Interesting. Which also means that you should be able to adjust Richie's voice to sound like Jake, though, as well, right? Did they happen to try that? Jim says that Duskwood, Alfie. Yes, you're right. Alfie is the one that if Alfie's a grown man, he might be the man without a face. I don't think Alfie's the boy though. Alfie's the young boy that was at the hotel. I don't think Alfie is a grown man. I could be wrong, but I don't think he is. But by the way, Jim says, by the way, Duskwood should add a pause for the videos of the actors. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, the videos aren't incredibly long, so if you wanted to, and you can rewatch them. I mean, obviously, you'd have to have the premium version of Duskwood to be able to rewatch them because they're the starred versions. But you could rewatch them over and over if you were just trying to catch something. Nikita thinks that Richie's face cut matches the man without a face. You saying Richie looks like a man without a face? Where is Richie? I don't know. I wonder how tall Richie is. Makes me wonder if maybe he is the man without a face. I mean, I sussed Richie a long time ago. Even when Richie supposedly was taken out by the man without a face, I kind of still sussed him. Alfie's 10 years old. Yeah, I thought he was I thought he was a child or like a young boy or something like that. Yeah, I didn't think he was a grown man. I wonder how tall Richie is because the man without a face doesn't look like he's extremely tall. He kind of looks 5'8" ish, I think. He didn't look tall, but it could be, who knows? Maybe the camera takes a few inches off. I don't know. But let me know, guys. Let me know if there's something else that you guys want to see. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to check out. If there's different videos that you want to see. I don't think we can check anything in the darkness, unfortunately. We can look at Jake's video that he sent us the last time. Maribel says, why doesn't Jake get jealous of Richie? But they both are jealous of Phil. It's a good question. If you see Dan's body shape, it looks like the body shape of the man without a face in the video where he enters the house. That's true, and I don't think Dan is very tall. And the man without a face does look wide. And we know Dan is a bit wider. Is there a picture that we can see Dan's feet? Look at the shoes on Dan. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at them shoes. You see the white soles? Now let's go back and watch that video. All right, look. Get that burned into your memory right now. Look at Dan's shoes. Check those shoes out. Now, let's go back and watch this video of the man without a face. And look at his shoes. Probably better when he goes up the stairs. You can kind of see him better. But look at them shoes. Look at the white soles on the bottom. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is where the pause button would definitely help. Now look at his shoes when he's going up the stairs. You can really see it here. See the white soles? They're kind of like tennis shoes, sneakers. He does have a wider build. The man without a face definitely has a wider build. Man, I don't know. I think we found something there. It's very interesting. You guys remember what them shoes looked like, right? Where's Dan at? I don't know. I don't know. Them shoes. I think that's the same shoes. If his shoes mysteriously goes missing, I'd say it's him for sure. I don't know. He's wider build. Is there another picture that we can kind of get of him? He's definitely bigger build. I mean, it's very possible. He's wearing a mask there. Dan is taller? I don't know. I don't know if Dan is all that tall. If we could see the man without a face's hand to see if he had that same tattoo, that would be another clue. I know you could see his hands in that video. The only thing is you can't see his hands clear enough to see if he has that tattoo on his hand. And I don't think he was wearing gloves either. It's very possible. It's very possible that it could be Dan. And I don't think Dan's very tall. I think I could be wrong. Hell, Dan might be 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", something like that. But it doesn't look like the man without a face is very tall. And I don't think Dan is extremely tall either. Dan kind of looks a little bit shorter. Not incredibly short, but he's a little bit shorter and more stocky. You know, I mean, hard to say. Hard to say, but tell you what, I think them shoes are a dead giveaway. I think even if it comes out that the man without a face isn't Dan, I'd love for them to release who actually played the man without a face in that video, because I think that's Dan in that video. Travis says Dan screams guilty. It's true. It's very true. Nikita wants to see Jake's video message in which he says he is the half brother of Hannah. Sure, we can check that out. I think it's this one right here.
When you see this, I'll already be gone. I'll have gone into hiding, or my pursuers will have managed to find me. Forgive me that I couldn't tell you in person, but this way I want to ensure that you find out who I really am.
Maybe this isn't the video.
On the one hand, I owe you. On the other, I don't want you to concentrate on finding me when I suddenly disappear. I have never told anyone else what I'm about to tell you. I am Hannah's half-brother.
This is definitely it.
Her and I have never met, and although that was the only reason I contacted her all the time ago, I never told her. Soon, I was forced to cut contact with her, but shortly before she disappeared, she turned to me asking for help. Hannah and Lily are the only family I have left, and I hope you understand now why I was so invested in finding her. I ask you to keep my secret, because I don't want to be responsible for her family breaking apart. It's no longer in my power to find Hannah. Her fate is now entirely in your hands. I thank you for our conversations and your courage. We will see each other again when the time comes.
Yeah. That was definitely a powerful message. Now, Maribel, I saw you said this is why Richie opted to not vote for us against Lily. I would agree with you. However, him opting out to not vote against us actually caused just as much problems if he would have just voted for us to stay. Because him opting out still caused Lily to post that video of herself. And it, she posted that video saying that we were the kidnappers and everything else. It still caused that issue. So I don't think him opting out was. I feel like if Jake is Richie and Richie is Jake, and Jake being the smart hacker and just very well thought out person that we know he is, he would have thought of that. He wouldn't have opted out if he knew. Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like he would have voted for us to stay if he knew that Hannah was gonna, or not Hannah, but Lily was gonna. Now I'm confusing myself. Like, because him opting out, we still got voted in by Dan, and Lily still went on her little tantrum and still posted that video. But if Richie, who is quote unquote might even be Jake, if he would have just voted for us, Lily still would have done that same thing. But he couldn't vote us out because they needed our help. So Jake still had to go in there and talk to Lily in the end, saying that I'm your half brother. But it makes me wonder if Jake told Lily that he's also Richie. I don't think he did, though, because I don't think Richie is Jake. I still don't think. I mean, there's so many different clues that pins Richie and Jake together, and it's very possible. If Richie is Jake, then Richie would fake his own death to then take himself off the grid. But then why would the man without a face claim his death? That doesn't make any sense to me. And if Richie died, how would the man without a face even know that Richie died? It's not like Richie had a face call with us and the man without a face. He only had it with us. He didn't have it with us in the group. It was just with us. So how would the man without a face even know that Richie died if the man without a face wasn't part of it? It's very interesting. Warren, welcome, Warren. What's going on? Great to see you here. Margaret Johns. Hello, Margaret Johns. Good to see you guys here. Sarah Amar. Video brings to me so much anxiety. Which video was that? Was that the Jake video or the video of the man without a face chasing after Thomas and Jesse? Why is Richie so eager to have us have Lily back in the group so badly? I'm telling you, I don't know. There's a lot of connections between Richie and Jake. I completely agree with you that there's a bunch of those connections. I just there's also certain disconnections. There's certain things that just don't make sense for Richie and Jake to be the same person. Becca says the video was low-key sad. Poor Jake. Yeah, I mean, he was being followed. They were closing in on him, so he needed to kind of take some time away, and he had to, he was letting us know that he's the half brother, and that's the reason why he was reaching out to Hannah and talking with Hannah, and it makes me wonder why he wouldn't do the same with Lily though. Like, he only cared to talk to Hannah. He didn't care to talk to Lily. Like, he could have even used a different persona to talk to Lily. He could have been Hannah's pen pal. He could have been Jake, and then he could have been Jake, Hannah's pen pal, and then he could have also been Jason, Lily's pen pal. Like, he could have been all those things. Becca's still side-eyeing Lily for posting the video, but it's fine. We're buddies now. Jake also tells us to keep Richie together or to keep everyone together, and Richie is the one who comes up with the plan. Richie comes up with the plan to kind of get everybody at the house, the camp. And then Richie is no longer there. What if Richie, Jake, and the man without a face are the same person? They're all three the same person dealing with multiple personality disorder. You think that's a possibility? They're just all the same person. He goes in and out from being the man without a face to Jake to then Richie, and he's playing all parts. That would be interesting. I don't think that's the case, but that would be interesting. It would explain why Jake calls Jesse Jessica. All right, Maribel, like, you got to stop making sense. Like, Tart Face, welcome, Tart Face. I see you there. I see you. Great to see you here. Richie also said something about going to the remote island. Jake asked us what we would take with us. Yeah, Jake did ask us what we would take with us, and I think we said, people who were close with us. And then when we asked Jake, we were like, yeah, we already know what you would take. You would take a computer. And then Jake was like, yeah, and then we were like, yeah, you would take a computer to a remote desert island with no internet. And then Jake followed up with something along the lines of, well, in my scenario, the island would have electricity and internet. But then it's like, well, if it's a perfect scenario type island, then it would just have all the things that we would need. Maribel's trying to be convincing, Jamet. I know you are. You are being very convincing. I'm not going to believe it until it happens. Richie and Jake got to be different. Got to be two different people. But they make that connection so easy. They make it so too many connections there. Is it weird that every time a bad thing happens in the chat group, the first that comes online is Richie, and seconds later Jake comes online? Is that because they're the same person, Jim? Is that because they're the same person? Is there another video or any video or audio clip that you guys want to hear? I mean, this is why we're here. We're here to look at all these videos. We're here to listen to the sound clips. I mean, we need to get ready. We got to get ready for episode 9. What do you guys expect? What do you expect is going to happen in episode 9? Do you think episode 9 is going to be the last episode, or do you think they're going to even it out with episode 10? Go all the way to at least to episode 10 and finish it off in episode 10, or do we think it's going to be episode 9? I mean, it definitely seems like it's getting close. I don't know, but I personally think there's going to be 10, but it seems like it's getting pretty close. Show the list that Richie made. Michael Hansen and Richie are a team? Interesting. What makes you think, Nikita, what makes you think that Michael Hansen and Richie are a team? And Tartface, what makes you think that as well? I see you commenting that you agree that Richie and Michael Hansen are working together. What makes you guys think that that's possible? Because Richie's no longer with us, right? Let's look at this list. Is this the list? No. I don't know where the list is, unless it's just in his... I don't know where the list is. So it's in the chat. I mean, the chat does delete after so many messages. It stops doing it. As you can see, I can't go up any further. So I don't know. It probably was in the chat, but I can't access it anymore. We probably the best thing that we would need to do is find that live, because I know this was a live stream. The last episode of episode 8, the last video that we did was a live stream. So we actually did all live streams through episode 8, which we probably will do that again in episode 9. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to do live streams for all of episode 9? I'd be all up for it. I'd be absolutely for it if you guys want to do live streams for episode 9. Or would you rather them just be videos? I mean, we can do that as well, but I kind of like the live streams. It's really fun working with you guys, figuring that out. Umesh, yeah? Yeah? What do you guys think? I'm going to ask this to the community. Should we live stream episode 9? And you can vote. I'll set up that poll. You guys can vote on that. Jim says, go back to the man without a face where he chases them. When he enters the house, you can see him look at the camera 3 times in different time frames. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim. I noticed that as well. I think I even noticed that during the live stream. He does look at the camera. And I think that was set up so that way they know timing-wise when to go up the stairs, when to enter the house. Like that was them working together as part of the acting aspect of it. Like they were working together like, all right, you're going to kind of look at the side, through the side of your eye, and when you see, Thomas is like, when you see my phone come out, you're going to start going up the stairs. It was all timing. They were just trying to work on timing to make sure that it was seamless, but you could definitely see that that the man without a face should have been able to see Thomas, or should have been able to see something, because it was like staring at him right in the face. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Why did Richie want to go to the Dare house? He didn't ask him to go. We did. That's true. We didn't ask him to go to the Dare house, and he kind of brought that up to us. He just kind of talked to us about going to the Dare house. He was like, out of nowhere, he started talking to us about the Dare house. And that when he went to the Dare house is when he got tagged on his garage door. Christy Dixon says at least we know Phil is in jail, and Richie probably faking his death, and Jake doesn't want us to go to Duskwood to keep us safe. You guys want that live stream, do you? You like that live stream? I agree with that. I mean, right now you got 100% votes for live stream. Always live streams. Love the live streams. I enjoy the live streams with you guys as well. We've been doing a lot more live streams lately, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. And if you're not able to make the live streams, that's okay. The videos are there for you guys afterwards. You can always come back and watch the video. You can watch the live streams, and then you can comment after the live streams just to kind of put your own feedback and your own comments in there, and your suspicions or whatever it is that we're doing, so yeah, it's definitely there for you guys. Mina, welcome, Mina. I see you there. But yeah, if you guys want to do live streams, I'm all up for it. We'll do live streams of episode 9. I'm completely up for it. Valerie asks, do you have the man without a face mask, and can you see through it well? I can see through it well now. So I don't have the man without a face mask. I have my own version of it. I have my own burlap mask. It doesn't look exactly like the man without a face, but it's my own version. And yes, I can see out of it now. The first time the first time I did the live stream with that mask, the mask had like green lenses on it, and I could hardly see through them, and it was it was really difficult. And I should have tested it out before actually doing a live stream. But I was new. I was new at doing live streams. I didn't know what was gonna work and what wasn't gonna work. So I have since taken out those green filters, those green lenses, and I can see perfectly fine out of that mask. So if you guys want to do a man without a face mask for the live stream in at least one of the live streams in episode 9, we could absolutely do that. I'm up for it. That sounds like a good idea for me. I don't know. Nikita thinks that Richie was the one to send our number to Michael Hansen so he can threaten us. That wouldn't be very nice. Why would Richie send it to Michael Hansen so Michael Hansen could threaten us? You want to see Amy's profile? Yes, we can see Amy's profile. There's not a ton here with Amy. Where is she? There she is. We added Amy. There's not a ton here. There's some pictures. There's some artwork and some pictures, but there's not a ton with Amy. There's a couple videos, but the videos aren't really. They're more artistic style videos. It's not. I don't think there's any words in it. There's no talking, I don't think, in any of the actual videos. Maribel likes how Richie's last picture is the hashtag I am Jake. All right, Maribel, like, is it that obvious? Is it that obvious that Richie is Jake and I'm just like being stubborn and not, I guess believing it? Like, is it really that obvious that Richie is Jake and I'm just like, nope, it's not Richie. It's not Jake. They're not the same person, but it actually is. I have no idea. But you're right. I do remember seeing that in Richie's profile. He had that hashtag I am Jake. Pharaoh 3479 wins the update. I don't know 100% Pharaoh, but it's getting close. Earlier in the stream, we went to the Duskwood tracker. You can actually go to the Duskwood tracker as well. Just Google it or use whatever search engine that you use and put in Duskwood tracker, and you can find the Duskwood tracker. And it's getting close. Look, I don't know exactly when the update is. I'm not, Everbyte doesn't communicate with me like that. Like they don't tell me when stuff is gonna be released. I feel like I've got a better connection with the creators and the writers of, The Sign and 7 Games than I do with Everbyte. And that's okay. That's okay. I can, I get a little bit more information with the creators of The Sign and 7 Games than I do with Duskwood, unfortunately. But I would love to be able to talk with the writers and creators of Duskwood and get information from them that they would be willing to share with me, that they would be okay with me sharing with you guys. I would love that, but it doesn't seem like it's technically in the cards as of right now. I just have no communication with them. And that's okay. That's okay. Maybe that's how they want it. Why would Michael Hansen frame Phil? I have no idea. So here's some of the videos of Amy. We're still working on Amy. See the video with her room, that the same room which we saw in the dark video from Hannah's Cloud. None of these videos have any kind of sound or anything to it. I don't think. This one right here. The video with the room was the same video that we saw of the video with the dark. And talking about the dark video from Hannah's Cloud. So the one in Jake's profile. We'll have to check it out. I know it's sideways, but I can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it being sideways. You just have to tilt your head. I'm sorry. Jim says that anybody from the chat could be the man without a face. Maybe we're the man without a face. Maybe it's us. Maybe the character that you are is the man without a face. You never know. So you said that this is the same room? It's possible. Shit. I forgot it did that. I'll have to take a better look at that. Kind of look at the handle and everything else. Let's go back to Amy real quick. This video right here. There is a chair there. There's a chair and then the camera stand, the tripod there. But I didn't see a handle on the door. Is that the same room? Is that the same room? It's a different chair. I don't think it's the same. That would have been cool, but I don't think it's the same. Marbell says, I like how the poll for the live stream's at 100%. Yeah, that is 100% yes for live streams of episode 9, and we will. I can't say that we're going to be able to do a live stream from start to finish, like one live stream. It's not going to be one live stream from start to finish. It'll probably be 2 or 3, maybe 4 live streams. But we will live stream all of episode 9. Absolutely. We will definitely do it. Man, it could be the same. But I don't see the door. The floor is different too, and the chair is definitely different. Yeah, there is some simulators, but I think there's some differences there as well. Dea, welcome, Dea. Great to see you here. Courtney, don't pull a help Annie on me, tongue tie. What do you mean? Don't pull a help Annie on? What do you mean? Don't pull a help Annie? Umesh, when is Forens coming? Umesh, I have no idea. I actually don't have Forens anymore. Like I deleted it, and if I needed to, I could always just play through it again. It doesn't take very long to play through. There were very quick episodes. Um, but I don't know. I don't know, Mesh. I don't know if they did an update for Forens or not. Maybe they're waiting for Duskwood to have an episode 9. That way they can then kind of base their game off of it. I don't know. It's very similar to episode 9. I don't know. Or it's very similar to Duskwood, and I do still remember Friends, but I don't know if there is an update to it. They might be waiting for episode 9 to go through. Warren, you love how I say shit. Umesh, the mini games suck. Yeah, the mini games are tough. They're tough. They are challenging. They are very challenging. So Jim says it does look like the same room because where she is sitting is directly at the window, and the chair is in the dark video is facing the window as well. So that in the dark video, it's not a window it's actually a sliding glass door. You can see the handle on the right hand side. We'll look at it again. I'm going to be talking through it. You can see there, it is a different chair. The back of it is different. That's not a slide. It's a sliding glass door. It's not a window. And look at the blinds. The blinds are sliding blinds as well. And you'll be able to see that. And there's a handle on the right hand, well, the bottom of the screen, but on the right hand side of that door. And then when we go back to look at Amy's, you'll see that it's different. It's not the same. The screens are different. The screens aren't sliding screens. They actually have curtains on this. The chair is different. The back of the chair is filled in completely. So the chair is different. The window there, it does look like a window. It doesn't look like a sliding glass door. Day of Friends was a bad joke, and I already uninstalled it. Yeah, Friends was difficult. That was very cringy. It was very cringe to get through. But I will say I'm sure somebody out there loved it. I'm sure somebody really enjoyed playing it, and if you did, great. Like that's what it's there for. That's what it's all about. It's all about having fun and having a good experience playing these games. And if you enjoyed it, all the best for it. I mean, that's great. Nikita, is Phil innocent? I don't know what Phil's going to jail for. I don't think we ever figured that out. I don't know if he's going to jail for something to do with the bar, but I don't think he went to jail for anything to do with Hannah. And if he did go to jail for something to do with Hannah, then yes, I would say I think Phil's innocent. Margot says Mr. Ladies Man Phil is innocent, just not as a master flirt. Phil needs to take some lessons from Tongue Tied to some flirting lessons from Tongue Tied to how to talk to the ladies. Even though Tongue Tied gets friend zoned within 15 seconds. But let's not talk. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to go through all the theories and all the clues about who the man without a face is. I wonder if we can still access. Can we still access the Dark Mystery Forum? Let's see if we can. So we can still access the Dark Mystery Forum, which is cool. Interesting. Newest topics. Users online 54. I don't know if that changes. Users online, like, is there actually 54 of us, like, actually in the dark forum right now? It's me, Tiffy. Tiffy and Baby Blue. I don't know if there's really any, I turned the sound off because I know there's music that plays in the background of this, and I just don't know if it's copyright or not, so we don't want to get kicked off for having copyright. So this is Tiffy. Remember when we were talking to Tiffy about the Ouija board experiments? That's what they're doing here. Warren says Phil is 100% innocent, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. Okay. Jersey's Shadow. Nightmare, Baby Blue, the Holy Water Bearer. I mean, we went through all of this prior during the episode 8 live streams, but I'm kind of going through, just skimming through it to see if there is anything new. And if you guys see something, let me know. Let me know in the chat if you guys see something, or if there's something in here that you want me to look into a little bit further. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I don't think we can actually open up anyone's profile individually either. This was the game, the forum game that I think we even helped out with. Yeah, this is Nemo. So we were helping out with this game and kind of adding to the story and helping build the story. The best story ever. Well, we're gonna have to find the what we're gonna do. We're gonna find the link that has the darkness in it, and we'll review that link because we know that the darkness was somebody. We just don't know if the darkness was somebody important. Maybe it's the man without a face. It's very possible. The darkness might be Michael Hansen. Flower Moon says, "What do you think? Why Jake cannot see Alan's messages with the main character? Did Alan hack or some kind of?" So, I think it was mentioned that Jake mentioned to us that Alan is using some type of firewall. I think he said firewall. I could be wrong, but he's using something that is making it hard for him to see what Alan is sending us. Um, it's like encrypted or something like that. So Alan is doing something. Alan knows about Jake. He knows of Jake. He knows of kind of what's going on. The thing is that Alan If he knows about all that, obviously he doesn't want Jake knowing what he's sending us. So he's encrypting or firewalling the messages that he's sending to us, and Jake is unable to see that. So it's up to us to let Jake know, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we're seeing. Check that out. You guys remember this picture? This is actually the picture from the sign. However, it doesn't have the little boy in the top left or the year in the bottom. It's just the picture. It doesn't have the added effects. Nikita loved that Doodle Friends game. Little ghostly pictures here. You can kind of see the ghost in the mirror on this one. That's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. You can see the ghost in that mirror. Whew. Travis, you have a great rest of your night. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Appreciate you joining us, Travis. Appreciate you joining the Tethered, or as a member, joining as a member, as an Onyx member of the Tethered. I appreciate that. Make sure you put them emojis to good use there, Travis. Lady Lotus, the fortune teller. Or not the fortune, yeah, kind of like the fortune teller. She's like a palm reader fortune teller. I think she even did a fortune for us as well. Always wanted to do something like this. What do you need to know about me? Your eye color, green. It's really strange. It's possible that recently something terrible has happened to you, Nemos. Something incredibly terrible. I see your pain, Nemos. I share it with you. My prediction is stronger and clearer than ever before. In your future, I see a golden crown of a king. Unfortunately, you are about to be faced with some hard times, but you will get through them because you won't be facing them alone. There is a person in your life to whom you are very important, but something unsaid is still between you. And in case something is offered to you anytime soon, you should decline it. Both shocked and amazed. So, if that fortune is legitimate and actually is a fortune of what we are, what we may come across, it basically says that we're going to be victorious eventually. We will be victorious. However, terrible things are going to continue to happen. We have to get through them. But we have somebody very important to us. Somebody that finds us to be very important. And obviously we know that's Jake. But something was still unsaid between you two, which was what Jake was hiding. And in case something is offered to you anytime soon, you should decline it. So we needed to decline something that was going to be offered to us. Hey, I hope someone can help me. I've been hearing the same weird noises in the front of my house for 3 weeks. It seems to be coming from the bushes, but it moves sometimes and really fast too. It depends. It doesn't happen at any particular time or like every night or something, and I've heard it about 7 times so far. So that if you don't know, this is something that a fox makes. It's a noise that a fox makes. Now, a fox makes a few different noises. They make a few different noises. Sometimes they sound like a baby whining. Sometimes they sound like this, like they're like grunts or whatever. But yeah, that's definitely a sound of a fox. Oh, look, Skylord. That's a fox. Right. Yep, it's definitely a fox. I was trying to find where that thread for the darkness was, but I didn't see it. Oh, yeah, it was right here. I completely skipped right over top of it. The man looking for info, the man without a face. There he is, darkness. He's an admin DM. So that was when we figured out that we needed to DM darkness. And that was when darkness realized that we knew what we were talking about, and he wanted us to DM him as well. The strange package thread, dreadful sin is his quote. Where's dreadful sin? Oh, yeah, yes. Everybody reads the theories. There you guys go. We were just talking about that earlier. Everybody reads the theories. Very interesting. Look, users online went up from 54 to 55. So maybe this is actually tracking how many people are actually actively in the dark forum. Makes me wonder if that's actually true or not. Jamie, try to emulate the fox's noises. I don't know how to emulate the fox's noises. I can't do that. If you need to know, if you need if you want to hear all the different sounds that a fox makes, I highly suggest searching up or going on Spotify and searching the song "What Does the Fox Say?" And I'm sure you'll find that very entertaining. What does the fox say? I can hear it in my head already. Sounds interesting. Dan's shoes in the gym. Same as the shoes of the man without a face. Dan's pants in the gym, similar to the pants of the man without a face in the chase video. Dan's hoodie, where he's sitting in this car. Dan's hoodie, where he was sitting in the car, you say. Did I miss that as well? I mean, this hoodie right here has that zip. I mean, this is a black and white picture, but it's a dark hoodie. You can tell it's a dark hoodie. It's got the zip in the front. Same hoodie here, it looks like. It could be the same exact hoodie. It's hard to say. Dan has his hoodie here. It's not a zip-up hoodie. But then you have Dan's pants here, which, again, it's a black and white picture, but you can tell that the pants are dark. They are sweatpants. I don't think there's any other picture where you see sweatpants. But let's go back and look at that video one more time from Thomas's and kind of see if we can point out some similarities. Turn the sound back on. It's got a hood, but I just don't know if it's a zip-up hoodie or if it's a over the pullover hoodie. I think the shoes are definitely the same though. We might be able to see his hoodie better when he's outside and we're driving away. I think we get a better view of whether there's a zipper there or not.
Take it!
Go!
Run!
Open the gate! Open it! Open it!
I think there's definitely a zipper. I think there's definitely a zipper. Hard to say, but I think there might have been a zipper there. Could you tell? I couldn't quite see it. Could you tell if there was any strings hanging down for like the hood part? Like strings hanging down? I definitely think there was a zipper there. So, I mean, it's very possible that Dan is playing the man without a face. Could be the same zip-up hoodie right here. That's probably the same exact zip-up hoodie as well. Just that this is black and white. This one doesn't have strings. And I don't remember seeing that. You see how this hoodie has a design on the bottom right-hand corner of the picture? Like right on the bottom left pec there. Yeah, I don't think that's the hoodie, but I think this is the same hoodie that he was using, that the man without a face was using. Which makes me think that the man without a face is being played. Like, it might not. Now, the man without a face might not actually be Dan, but whoever plays Dan might be playing the man without a face as well. Like, they're he could be playing both parts. It might not actually be Dan, but it's very possible that it is. Very possible that it is. All right, so is there anything else that you guys want to see? Anything else that you guys want to double check on before we end the stream? Any other videos that you guys want to see? Any other audio clips that you want to listen to? It's possible that Dan faked his accident, or not necessarily faked it, but he caused the accident on himself to make it look like he needed to be in the hospital the entire time. And then while he's in the hospital the entire time, he just sneaks out or whatever and plays man without a face. But we don't suspect Dan because he's in the hospital. We think Dan is We think Dan's in the hospital, so we never suspect him to be the man without a face. But it's very possible that he did that, so that way we wouldn't suspect him. And he's quite possibly the man without a face. Who knows? It's very possible. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm starting to think that Dan is the man without a face. Maribel's got me thinking that Richie is Jake. Play the call where Jesse calls us about Iris. I believe that was a video call. Right here, I think.
Hey, listen. It's been almost exactly, but disappeared from Duskwood without a trace. She had been on the way to her dad's, but she never got there. The whole town looked for her, without pause, until her body was found by an employee of the lumber mill. The police was so sure it was murder, until the autopsy concluded that Jennifer had injuries which not could have come from an attack on her. It turned out that Jennifer had been hit by a car, and that she had died on the side of the crash. I don't know, the driver must not have seen Jennifer on the dark road on the outskirts of Duskwood. And to hush up his crime, he buried her deep in the forest, so that she may never be found. But here's the weird part about all of this. Of course, Iris had asked Hannah about the reason she wanted to visit. Hannah told her that she believed to have been followed by the same man who also killed Jennifer. But if it wasn't murder, but an accident, then why would the same killer be after Hannah too?
Jesse has a different profile picture. I never noticed that profile picture on Jesse's profile. Never noticed that. Interesting. Oh, and then this is remember the flyer that they used for Hannah's search party? They changed the flyer as well. They had to update that. So this is the new Hannah. They updated that flyer. So that I knew there was something else that had this picture on it that we needed to see. That was it. So you also I saw, what was it, Jim? Jim said something about the attack where on Jesse. The attack on Jesse from the man without a face. I think you definitely see his hoodie a lot better because he holds the camera right up to his face.
Hey.
So let's check out to see if we can find
Thank
his
you for
hoodie.
talking to me on the phone. I wanted to be home before it got dark. Oh man, unbelievably, and Thomas were going to break into that basement. I mean, what did those two think they were going to find? There isn't anything in there. And what if I will be unable to get a hold of them now? Does that mean Phil is seriously going to call the police? Then it would be the last thing we need.
Man without a face looked like he was like the same height as Jesse. There's definitely a zipper, but there's no strings. There's definitely a zipper on that hoodie, but there were no strings. That is very true, Dea. Jake did tell us that he had black hair. At one point in time, Jake told us that he had black hair, and clearly Richie does not have black hair. So there is a little bit of a disconnection between Richie and Jake. Warren, you have a great rest of your day. Have a great day at work. Richie is wearing a double jacket and hoodie just like Jake. That's true. But that would mean that Jake lied to us about his hair color.
Hey, well, that wasn't just any random scream. There was someone shouting my name, that's for sure. Straight from the forest. Wait a sec. I'll turn on the camera. All quiet now. What if that was Hannah? What if she needs my help? I think I saw someone. Hello? Hello? Hannah?
I don't know. I refuse to believe that Jake is Richie and Richie is Jake. Also, Richie has trouble sleeping. He also lived at the place we were supposed to go to, and this place isn't in Duskwood. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I refuse to believe that Richie is Jake and Jake is Richie. I'm starting to believe that Dan is now the man without a face. I'm starting to believe that Dan is the man without a face. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think the body type, the body size, the shape, everything is matching. The clothes, the shoes, it's all matching. It's all little details that I think is starting to show up now that we're really looking into it. And I can't wait for episode 9 to come out. When it does come out, we will be doing live streams of episode 9. It won't be one single live stream. It'll be a few. It'll be, 2, 3, 4 live streams or whatever, however many live streams we need to do to have for Duskwood for episode 9. Again, I don't know if this is going to be the last episode. I don't know when the episode's going to be released. But just so you know, when it's released, we're going to start doing live streams. We are going to focus specifically on Duskwood. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. And I hope you guys learned a little bit something new. Hopefully we found some good clues here. We definitely talked about a lot of different theories here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the Tethered. And then, maybe just think about joining as a member. You can either join the Onyx, the Midnight, or the Obsidian tiers. All of them great tiers. They all come with their own special perks. And just look into it. You can also find me on all the major social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Like, you can find me on all of those social media pages. You can also find me on Spotify. We have a Spotify playlist for the Tethered, created by you. Yes, you, the Tethered. It was created by you guys. Those were songs that was picked by you guys and specifically for you guys. So definitely check out that Spotify playlist. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed that live. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. And I when I know more about episode 9, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I'll put some community posts out there. I'll put it out there on Instagram and Twitter, all of that good stuff. And if you guys hear anything about it, let me know as well. You can find me on Instagram. You can shoot me a comment on YouTube. Whatever you need to do to get in touch with me. What's going on, Preston? I see you there. Oh, it's great to see you. Who the hell is Dan? Dan, yes, Dan. This is Dan. This is Dan right here. We started to think that Dan might actually be the man without a face. We're not sure, but I'm thinking Dan is the man without a face. We don't know yet, but it's great to see you, Preston. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you in episode 9. Goodbye.